Hello, this is Castle of Castle Does, bringing you some Doom Madness. Now, this is a Doom level that I was working on for a while back, and I'm deciding now to pick up on it and do some more work on it. So I should be able to get a little bit done today. My main goal is to continue from where I left off in this area here. I'm not exactly sure what my plans were at the time. I could probably just watch the old videos, but I kind of feel a little bit like it might be beneficial to have like a different direction with the design of this area. So there you go. Okay, so I give you a bunch of the guns in the beginning. These are all the guns that you have up to this point, because I don't want to focus on having to replay that beginning part over and over again just to test the meat of the level. Okay. Yeah, I remember I got all this stuff up to this point. Still giving cells. Plasma. Okay. Although I imagine at this point you're pretty starved for plasma rifle ammo. I think I want to get a little bit more creepy orange light in this area here. Hey, what the hell? I'm out of... Need some more shotgun and shells. The Keiko demon needs to wake up by now. So what I'm doing at this point is I'm just trickling monsters and kind of having the player progress slowly through this area. That is one dead-ass Keiko demon. For whatever freaking reason, I can't remember if I could turn off the lighting. I know there's a way to do this. At least I did it before. And that was such an important feature because it gets dark as fuck in some of these areas. Full brightness, just a little harder to find, that's all. I'm not sure if I like that wall. Like riding a bike. Some extra shotgun shells. Maybe a box. Box for now. I'm trying to figure out which one of these blocks down. Okay, alright, there it is. Mr. Keiko Demon is no longer going to be deaf. Player opens the door, starts shooting this guy, will probably run up to get the shells, and then Keiko Demon will wake up when he's probably shooting this guy or the demon. I wonder how expensive these lights are. Gotta make sure the lights are never lined up with anything. As far as the line defs. Otherwise you get Z fighting. Kind of imagining this room right here is going to have like a giant fountain in the middle and a staircase that goes up around and then takes you to like an interesting situation in here where it's like an ambush, and then the action starts to get more intense as you go up and around to here, collect the key, jump down or take a path down and then go across this door here. But right now I'm kind of just going to trickle the player into this area. Alright, so I'm thinking like uh, some kind of a switch right here. The only thing is that because I'm trying to figure out like a neat, interesting way to get this door right here to open up. And I'm thinking that it could be kind of an interesting area if each one of these pillars has a switch on it, and some of them you can't access right away, or something like that. Like this is the first one that you can actually access. My only fear is that that's kind of hard to see. Whatever reason, I placed 2 lights instead of 2 imps. I'm kind of hoping that having an imp right here will kind of draw the player's attention. I'll have to see how that goes. Of course, lighting could do the trick too. Should probably come up with a better name for the central area. I'll figure it out. Okay, just getting a little bit of variety in these guys that'll come down. So the player will flip this switch, which will lower this wall, and there will be an additional ambush. Sort of like, not really an ambush, but a little bit of combat. Now you notice that I'm slowly trickling in more and more monsters with each encounter. It's because I'm purposely ratcheting up the combat at a really even pace. So you'll see things will continue to get more and more tense, and then I'm going to pull it off again and then do an ambush. Just from playtesting, I kind of feel like it's a little awkward to get these armor helmets where they currently are. It just doesn't feel right. They're kind of in a dark spot, so I'm going to move them to a place where it feels a little bit more interesting to collect them. I like that spot a lot better because it's a bit easier to see, like, come through. Yeah, this feels a little bit better. Boom, shoot your imp, do a little bit of combat. You might remember that there's some armor helmets here. It's just a little better. I'm really trying to get like the final episode of the first Doom feel, kind of make these areas kind of feel like they came with the game, like it's an old lost Doom map pack. Yeah, that imp will do a good job of drawing the player's attention, but it's a little, I don't know, I'm a little skeptical. It didn't even work correctly. Must mean there's another sector fucked up somewhere. Alright, I want that to go a little slower. This area out here has to be much brighter. Okay, it's a start. After closer inspection, it actually looks a little better to have these kind of coming down rather than having like a weird empty space up there. The speed is much slower now. Yeah, slow down the way that door opens up. But I'm going to have to do a full playtest because I haven't played this from all the way back here in a while. Kind of want to get a feel for the whole entire map, and then I'm gonna begin building this section out based on that. But basically, it's a big like lava fountain with stairs that go up and around, and maybe like maybe even like a bridge that goes across for a part that's later on in the map or something like that. But I just want to have this like grand, really crazy space that turns into an ambush. Hell yeah! Anyway, so after my playtesting, I'll have to say this flows really different than any other Doom map I've ever played. Okay, but lacking on ammo in a couple of places at least. And I was a little surprised to see how little ammo I actually came into this area with when I finally got through it all. So there'll be more. I may actually add like a thing of shotgun shells. So far progress is really good. Like, this is a pretty neat map, but more needs to be done. This torch got in my way. I was trying to run from the Keiko demon, I got stuck on it. Sucks. Okay, so I flip the switch, this comes down. What do I imagine in this area? Whoa! Ooh. I hate this. I'm having a really difficult time imagining what I'm going to do. And it's not exactly like you can sort of come up with some kind of concept art or something along those lines for a Doom map. Maybe it would be a good idea. Kind of just imagining like maybe I don't know, like a couple of pillars and staircase that kind of goes down. Rawr. Oops, did I fuck that up? Oh, no, I didn't. It's okay. And yeah, and then like this can go even further down. So like, I guess this would be why that texture? Why is it using that? That is such a weird texture. Not worried about steps textures at the moment. So it's kind of like a grand entrance. There was that one fountain area that I did in Canyon of the Dead. But that was a much more compact area. I want this to be something that feels more spacious. Crazy. So here's the fountain. I really love that it paints the sizing info on each line depth. Whoever did that is a genius. Kind of envisioning like these big crazy looking pillar pieces hanging out over here. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I kind of want to have this be just like a big open space and look over part of the destroyed city. Honestly, it doesn't sound bad to me. That could be pretty interesting. For whatever reason, of this version of Doom Builder, if I for some reason it like forgets the height of the camera every once in a while, and when I go into 3D mode or editing mode, it like just puts me down below the map, and then I gotta like reorient myself. It's kind of messed up. I don't know what causes it to do that. I'm trying to use Carpenter's angles, but for some reason it's just not look like it's working correctly. Definitely are not working right. That's probably why. I need it to be more precise. I got an idea. This is actually pretty interesting. So like, fountain is the lava fountain isn't quite right in the middle. But basically, when you come out here, there's a switch, kind of like overlooking the uh, lava, and then there's two like separate side buildings and some like broken up geometry. So see if I can define where the side buildings will end up being. But basically, it's a two-part like ambush. When you unlock when you walk into the center here, that switch, you flip it, and then cracks start going down, like in order towards the side building to the north, and then that side building opens up or cracks open or whatever, and then there's like a big ass ambush of monsters, and then you just fight, and they kind of like trickle down through the messed up geometry, and then as soon as that happens, then more cracks start forming, and then they go over to this. So like a second ambush from the opposite side, but it's all marked by like really visible cracks on the floor. I guess I can't say that it's a separate building. It's still part of the same building. So it's just like a big section of outside here. So it's just like a courtyard to the big tower. Decrease the size of the fountain just a little bit. Oops. Ah, some cool lighting. Need some lava lighting. God, moving an object is like using a railgun. Ah. It's not going to be obvious enough that this is in fact lava. So what I'm going to do is an old lava trick. These kinds of games where I create a weird pillar, lava texture on it. It's kind of funny too because it ends up actually looking really good. All you have to do is just make sure that this line def is moving downwards, which is, I think it's a line def I'm already using elsewhere. Whoa! It's impossible not to see that. Now this is sort of like the edge of the courtyard, sort of overlooking the destroyed city area. It's kind of weird. It might not make any sense until you see it and see what I'm actually cooking up, because it's basically everything that's outside. So there's be this big visible area outside here that's just for show, kind of like what I did over here. Yeah, come to think of it, the switch has to be overlooking the area that's going to be affected. So I'm thinking like the crack will be like this, like this part here will go down. It'll just be lower floor height, lower, really quickly, and just have like lava appear as it goes, and then eventually reach the door. But if you flip the switch here, then your view is just going to be this area. Time to make that big vista. Urgh. Why did it connect like that? I was picturing something a little bit more grand as far. Well, I don't know. Like I said, this is actually pretty interesting. God, I fucked that up. Whatever I did there. I think I'm gonna have to call it for now. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the crazy Fountain of Doom. So, two-part ambush, freaking awesome. Uh, it'll, I guess, the next episode will basically just be covering me like setting up this ambush and this entire sequence right here. Which I also want to explore the idea of opening the map up a little bit more, but I like sort of flowing you through the level first, and I haven't even gotten to that point yet. This level's actually a little bit too much in scope right now for what I need to be doing, but hey, it's still fun to make. It's not like I have a deadline. Alright, well, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more. The evil that satisfies your crave. The evil that satisfies your crave.